We're going to bring y'all into our huddle.
Today is Tuesday, April 22nd, 2014, and you are in the Warriors Huddle with me, Bram, and with me as always, my boy and producer, Scott.
Scott here.
Scotty, we got a Warriors exclusive today, man. We're going to be welcoming in Will Meldman, a phenomenal Warrior fan, and perhaps much more importantly for today's purposes, he was the guy on the sideline at Game 1 who Blake Griffin threw that glass of water at.
Yeah, it's great to get the rundown from this guy of how it all went down, because I was real curious as a person who observed this. What happened there?
Exactly right, and Will is nice enough to give us a completely honest account at what happened before in that game, his interaction with the fans around him, his interaction with Blake, and whether or not he thinks Blake threw that at him on purpose. Without further ado, let's throw it over to our former selves and hear from Will. All right, Scotty and I have the pleasure of speaking with Dub Nation martyr William Meldman, the Warrior fan who became remarkably famous for getting hit in the face with a cup of water courtesy of Blake Griffin. What's going on, Will?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks for joining us. I mean, let's start with just a little bit of background about you. Where are you from, man?
Born and raised San Francisco, right in the city.
Yeah, I'd like to hear it. So you've been a Warrior fan for a long time?
Whole life.
And general Bay Area sports guy as well as just the Warriors? Or are you a Niners, Sharks, whole 9 yards?
I got 49ers, San Francisco Giants, Golden State Warriors, San Jose Sharks, the whole deal.
I love it. I'm a Raider fan myself, so I won't give you too much about that, but I like the rest of the Bay Area sports. So what the hell were you doing in Staples, man? How'd you get those seats?
My father lives in L.A., and he got hooked up with some tickets, and he knows that I'm such a big Warrior fan, so I was lucky enough to get the tickets and from him and his friends, and then, I was just sitting there being a respectful fan, happy to see Warriors take Game 1 in L.A.
And your pops didn't want to roll? I saw you brought your friend instead, huh?
Yeah, I was with my buddy, Justin Wolf. We went to kindergarten to 8th grade together at Town School for Boys in San Francisco, and we also work for the company Drip Drop ORS, available in Walgreens, at every San Francisco location, and soon to be every Walgreens in the country.
Excellently.
So look out for Drip Drop ORS. It's basically a better version of Pedialyte.
Excellently handled there, boy. Now I'm starting to get a feel of why you're willing to talk to us. Nicely done. But was that the first time you'd ever been to an away arena, or have you done that a few times?
My father has season tickets to Laker games, so okay. I go to a lot of Laker games, a lot of courtside Laker games, and the seats are right next to the visiting team bench.
Okay.
So I'm very used to sitting next to away fans and all that. But, I mean, the best games for me are when the Warriors come into town, because then I get to sit next to them.
What's your personality? I mean, are you a talker when you go to those away games? Are you loud and bringing attention, or not so much?
No, dude, no. I mean, I go and I have a few Casamigos tequilas on the rocks, and I just, I sit there and enjoy the game. I'm a passionate fan, but I'm a respectful fan.
But I did see you were rocking a bright yellow Warriors t-shirt, so you kind of were making it was not trying to hide the fact that you were pro Warriors.
I love that shirt, by the way. That was the go-to Warrior 100%. Playoff shirt.
Oh yeah, and I mean, we've been through some tough times. I mean, we've been through a lot. Like, I was born in 1990, and Baron Davis and those guys, Steven Jackson, Al Harrington, those guys, they brought a little bit of hope to us, and now we got this new era with the Splash Bros and Curry and Lee and Thompson, and now it's just Bay Area sports are just looking up for the first time in a long time. And after getting beat by 40 in LA, I just want to take it back to Oakland and bring it to them as hard as we can.
Hell yes, but before we even jump down the dark history of the Warriors and its bright future, I want to dig into this game, man. So, Game 1, you get there. It sounds like you're a respectful fan, generally speaking, but just like Scotty pointed out, you are wearing a shirt that must get you a lot of attention from Clipper fans. Are you in there making a big deal at all? Are people giving you I mean, take us up to the moment. How was that going?
Like I said, I'm a passionate fan. So, if, when Iguodala throws down or Curry hits a three or, Clay hits a three right in my face, I'm going to get up and start clapping, and it's not my fault the seats are right next to the bench. And, I'd never say anything vulgar, profane. I keep it respectful, and my buddy and I were just so stoked. I mean, my buddy was sitting there. He was like showing me on his phone, like, look, dude, we're on TV. I'm like, dude, there's 2 minutes left in the game. We're like down by 2 points. Like, let's keep your eyes on the court, you know? Like,
were you talking trash to Griffin throughout the game?
No, not at all. Not at all. I literally, like, I knew he was frustrated, and I could see him at the end of the bench, and like he didn't play at all, so he was just sitting on the bench, probably watching us cheer because we were right next to him. And you know, like at the very end, three of those fouls were BS.
Yeah.
And same on Iguodala though. Same on Iguodala. He shouldn't have fouled out either, but you know he came over, and it, in my opinion, 100% intentional. 100%. But at the same time, dude, I honestly, I have no hard feelings towards Blake Griffin. No hard feelings. I'm going to send him a case of my family's tequila, Casa Amigos. I'm going to send him a case of it. I hope he receives it and enjoys it. And I honestly, no hard feelings.
All right, hold on. Let me back us up and kind of reset this. So you said you were cheering, but not obnoxiously. So before Griffin's in front of it, you and your boys are next to the bench. When you get up and you're cheering, are you cheering towards them? Are you turning back and kind of making facial expressions, or just normal cheering?
Dude, I mean, you can watch the video. My mouth doesn't move.
Okay.
My buddy and I are just standing there clapping.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think I said, like, you shouldn't foul that much, like, ironically, because, like, the refs were just calling everything.
But nothing ugly at all, it sounds like.
Nothing ugly, dude. Nothing ugly. Like, totally nothing ugly at all. But, yeah, and then he just douched me in the face with the water.
Hell yeah, okay. But then, just, you know, I would imagine Blake's walking back and forth throughout the game because, just like he said, he's in foul trouble. So he's got to pass you multiple times. He's making eye contact with you. Again, nothing specific outside of just maybe a sarcastic comment.
Honestly, very. I don't think there was any eye contact the entire game.
All right.
Like and that's to me, that's the sketchy part, because we like. He like, if he just looked at us and was like and shook his head, then it would have been like, oh, okay,
right.
Maybe he's just frustrated with us. But like, he like played it off. I went to film school, dude. I can recognize bad acting when I see it. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel that. And so okay. So then Blake fouls out. That fool is standing right in front of you guys, right? He looks like he's looking up at the Jumbotron. At that point, again, no words are spoken. You're not in his ear telling him anything. You're just cheering.
I mean, we were standing up and we were clapping. You know, like the video shows it all. We were standing there clapping.
I mean, I can see if that's me, I'm talking shit, probably. Just, I mean, you know, not even thinking of something specific, but just whispering in his ear. Nothing.
I don't know. Honestly, no, not that. Like nothing vulgar, nothing profane, nothing dirty.
Okay.
I think it was just the fact that we were standing up clapping.
I mean, and again, you are my hero for this entire situation. As far as I'm concerned, you're the martyr for the series. You know, somebody needs to hit Blake with a cup of water when he comes into Oracle. But okay, so that said, so he does it.
I hope that doesn't happen.
Nah, it's a joke. Of course, I take that back. Nobody throw any water on him. But when you get hit with the water, do you know what happened immediately? I mean, are you shocked by it? What's your immediate feel?
Oh. Yeah, man. I mean, he hit me with a full thing of water. I was like, what the hell? That was like my initial reaction. That was like a reflex. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But then I kind of, you know, I didn't think it was a big deal really at first. And then my buddy, you know, Justin Wolf, who's sitting there, and he's like gigging over it, and then Bill Plaskey and Marcus Spears, who are actually incredibly nice, they came over and interviewed us after the game, and I'm like, whoa, maybe this is kind of turning into a
little bit
deal.
Bigger, sure. And then take me, I mean, because I cut you off before. I just wanted to bring us back up to the moment. So as you sit here today, having seen the video, having experienced the entire thing, do you think it was on purpose?
100%.
And why?
Because I thought, I don't know. I just do. And at the same time, there's no hard feelings. But the fact that that's even a question is a joke to me. Because, of course it was on purpose. I was wearing a yellow shirt and a sea of red. And
you're right behind him. I mean, I'm totally with you, too. I thought it was 100%.
If it wasn't on purpose, it was one hell of a coincidence.
By the way, your boy Justin looked like he was having the time of his life when that happened. He was cheesing so hard.
Yeah, he's been my best friend since kindergarten, and he was just clowning on me. He was laughing so hard. I mean, it was funny. It was a funny situation, you know. Like there's honestly, there's no bad blood anywhere. It's just like, it's just a funny situation.
Have you heard Blake's clip afterwards? They asked him about it in the press conference.
Yeah. He was saying I did it on accident, and then he was like, it's just water.
Exactly.
So the fact that he said it's just water, it is basically admitting guilt, right?
I thought the exact same thing.
It's like, why get defensive about it just being water if you did it on accident?
And he said it was only half a cup too, because that's exactly, he kept hedging against it. So immediately afterwards, you get hit with the water. He goes off to the bench. Does anyone from the Clippers come up to you? I mean, how do they handle that?
Dude, they handled it very, very, very classy, man. Like a few trainers or whatever came up to me with towels and were like, trying to make sure I was all good. And like, I grabbed a towel and kept it because I thought that was appropriate. I actually have the cup too.
Yeah.
Someone said I was trying to get it autographed. I'm definitely not trying to get it autographed.
Well, and that was another thing I thought that made it on purpose was Griffin threw the cup at you after he doused you with it.
Oh, right? Like, if you need more evidence, just look at he threw that thing at me. He threw that thing at me. Well, not threw, tossed. And I'm not trying to.
Yeah. Well, hey, have any Warriors players reached out to you?
They have not. I wish they would have, because I love the Warriors, and I hope they do really well, and I hope they win, and I think we are going to win, and I think Blake is a head case. He's a bull in a china shop, like my buddy Justin Wolf said, and like Thompson said. So I think we have a really good shot at bringing it back to Oakland and getting hot and taking them down.
So do you like the media circus that's arose from this? I mean, you go from sitting at the Staples game, front row seat to an awesome Warriors win, and now your name's getting thrown around left and right. Was that a cool thing? Is it kind of a pain in the ass? What's been going on with that?
Honestly, man, it's neither. It's like I think it's fun, it's interesting, it's funny, it's fun, but it's not like it drastically changes anything in my life or what I'm trying to accomplish or my job or anything, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still out there grinding, trying to, do my thing. It's not like I'm trying to profit off this or like do anything crazy. I just am living my life and being me.
I feel that. I'd give you more about the 2 plugs you dropped on here, but I'll let that go. Well, from my perspective, man, this was a reverse Malice in the Palace situation. You are now the main reason, on top of multiple others, that I want the Warriors to punish the Clip. So even after last night, we're now 1-1 going back to Oracle. What do you think? What's your guess? What's the prediction for the season, or the series rather?
We got it. I think Curry comes out big. I think Clay's going to play a big supporting role. I think Iggy's going to play some strong D. I think David Lee's going to have his 3,000 double-double. He's coming out strong. Dude, David Lee is the most underrated player in the NBA. I say it every year. And, we're electric on offense. We're on fuego. So we got it. We just got to make our shots and stay focused.
Warriors,
and we got the best fans in the world. Oracle's best stadium in the world.
How many games? What do you think? Warriors in?
6 or 7. Honestly, I think it's going to take us a little bit, but we're going to get it.
All right. Bank it. I'm with you. I got Warriors in 7. Scotty's a hater, so he's got Clippers in 6. But maybe he'll shift off that opinion. Hey, Will, thank you so much for giving us some of your time, man. You are the man. My apologies to Blake. And before we get out of here, any message for Blake?
No hard feelings, Blake. No hard feelings. I'm going to send you some Casamigos tequila. Get ready.
He'll probably just put it in a glass of water or glass and then throw it right back in your face.
Oh, that'd be a good thing because it tastes really, really good.
Boom. Thanks, man. Go Warriors, and hopefully this will be the last time you get assaulted by an NBA player.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You guys should see the weather here in the Bahamas. It's beautiful.
I cannot tell you how jealous I am of it. One last question, Will. I should have thought of this before. My apologies. I know that when they first asked you, you said that, no, I don't think it's on purpose. Naturally, we got a different answer now. Why did you change? How come you told them at first you didn't think it was on purpose?
Well, honestly, I mean, Bill Plaschke from LA Times and Marcus Spears from Yahoo came up to me after the game, and I was honestly just really shocked and starstruck, honestly, because I love those guys and I think they're great reporters and I follow them and all that. And I was just trying to downplay it at first, and I didn't think it was that big of a deal, and it didn't hurt my feelings by any means. So I figured, why make it a big deal? And maybe I should apologize to those guys for not telling the truth immediately. But I mean,
were you worried that Griffin might get suspended off of this?
Worried? I can't be worried about that. I wasn't about a suspension. It was just, I was just trying to downplay it. I don't know why. It was just my instinct, honestly.
Fair enough.
All right, thanks, man.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
All right, that was a lot of fun, man. Hopefully, we'll have just as much fun in Game 3 on Thursday. I guess we'll find out. Until our next episode, please remember that we can be found on Twitter at Warriors Huddle. Our email is warriorshuddle@gmail.com. Our website is warriorsworld.net. And we're on a ton of podcasting services, including iTunes, where if you wouldn't mind, we'd really appreciate it. Hop on there, subscribe to us, and drop a review. That would be exceptionally helpful. Until then, go Warriors, F the Clippers, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Good.